G'day guys, welcome back to Fat Fords. I haven't filmed anything on the coupe build for a while. Basically, reason is when I got it back from the engineer, realising how big a task I had in front of me, I decided to start out by building a decent chassis bed. So that's what you can see behind me, the blue 125 RHS. So got that built, dyno bolted to the floor, perfectly level, perfectly square, within a millimetre. And that's my base to start the modifications on. Then got the car lined up on the frame, tacked and levelled and squared, and then proceeded to cut out the firewall and floor pan. Now, I didn't really want to film the cutting of the floor pan and firewall. I think that was probably unnecessary. I don't think anyone really needs to see that. Plus, it's probably going to upset a few people. And I didn't take any great pleasure in it. But I took photos, and so what I'll probably do next is have a little slideshow so you can actually see the process, you know, of the different stages, floor pan, firewall cut out. Also found that when I did cut out the plenum, there was a decent amount of rust on the top of the A-pillar, so had to get that actually fixed up as well. So yeah, we'll do a little bit of a slideshow, and then I'll proceed to walk around the car, and I'll just show you basically where we're up to now. Nothing's actually welded in, so what this is a mock-up to get the floor pan firewall exactly where I want it, and then at that stage the engineer's going to have to come and inspect it, and well, it's at that stage now, so just waiting for the engineer to come and inspect it, and then from that point we'll be able to proceed to weld it all in. So hope you enjoy. Okay guys, so there you have it. That's where we're up to at the moment. And yeah, just to explain, the reason that I went and picked up this Mach 1 Mustang bonnet is obviously how similar they are. They look very, very close to an XB GS GT bonnet. But yeah, the reason was because I'm doing away with the cowl panel and having these sort of hideaway wipers, I needed the bonnet to swoop up at the end to cover them. And the Mach 1 Mustang bonnets, that's how they are. As you can see, they've got that curve, that swoop up. And plus, I just wanted to do something a little different. So it'll be one of those things that probably 99% of people are going to think, yeah, it's just an original Falcon bonnet, but then there's some that are going to probably scratch their head and go, ah. But then again, if they've been watching this, they're not going to scratch their head at all, because I'm telling you, aren't I? So there's going to be, yeah, a few alterations needed. It gets a lot narrower at the front than a Falcon, so I'm going to have to add material onto the edges of it and blend that in. It's going to have, the scoops are actually a little bit bigger than the Falcon, so again, just something slightly different. And then with the fronts of the guards, I'm going to, instead of having the original cast eyebrow mold for it, I'm probably going to make a steel one and weld it to the guard so that there's no join. And this thing here, that's going away. I don't think I'll have that. I'll probably just cut the end of the bonnet off and again make it out of steel. So the windscreen's worked out alright. The top matches in well with the roof, and as I mentioned earlier, a fair bit longer, so a couple inches longer. The thing is, they're all the same at the bottom, which means that if this windscreen was sitting on a sedan, it would actually be up higher, be sticking up 2 inches above my roof line. But because I've had to pull it down to match into my roof line, and the fact that the thing's tapered, that's why now I've got a gap which I'm going to have to fill. So it's approximately 20 mil. So that means that that side pillar is going to be wider, and actually I think it's going to look better if it's wider. So the roof gutters, they're going away, so that'll be smoothed out, and the line will extend down. So in other words, gutter mold goes away, be flush with the bodywork, but it'll actually extend down to about, I don't know, about here. I'm really happy with the inside of the car, how that's going to look. Plenty of head height, dash height's good, and still going to be able to get into the back seat by tilting your seat forward. So. And so that steel work with the holes in it, that's the inner sill of the Mustang. And so what I'm actually going to have to do, once the engineer's checked it all, the plan is to remove the Mustang floor pan again for the third time, and I'm going to be making up a panel. It's almost like an extra sill panel. It's just a skin of about, it's going to be about 240 or 220, I can't remember, but it's just basically a straight panel that's going to have a 90-degree return on the bottom, so it's going to kick out towards the side of the car, and then my new sill skin for the outside is going to curl around and go straight underneath that and then plug welded to it. So there won't be a lip on the bottom of the sill, it'll be a smooth looking sill. And I think it's going to look better. It's just going to add a little bit more dimension to the car, instead of how these sills, they start at the top and then they just kick under the car really sharply. So the one I'm going to make is probably not going to kick under as sharply, and then, as I say, it's not going to have a lip on the bottom, it's just going to be flush. So that's about it for today. The rear parcel tray could be in question. It looks like you may have to sort of alter that a little bit for the uprights of the back seat to fit in. I mean, as you can see, the back seat of the Mustang is a really good fit in this car. Probably going, because there's a little bit of a gap on the side there, I'm probably going to have like an armrest or something like that. Okay guys, I'm wrapping this video up now, so hope you all enjoyed, and I'll try to be a little bit more regular with the updates, but I think it was probably just the fact that I had so much to do and I didn't really think it was that interesting to record it. So yeah. Anyway, that's it for this time, and see you all next time.